What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another day trading video. Today is April 22nd, 2026. It's Wednesday. We don't have any red news events today. So let's see what kind of price action we get. Like always, I'm trading the MNQ, NASDAQ futures, micro contracts. I didn't make a video yesterday because I had a meeting, but I was up. I think I had one trade on one account for a total of $144 in profits. I was having copy trader issues. I had to completely uninstall the copy trader and reinstall that to get it working today. So now I can get back to trading these two Apex accounts, 74 and 75. The 73 account is one of the ones that I was talking about in a previous video that actually expired a few days ago. It just hasn't cleared off of this dashboard yet. So right now the only evals I'm trading are 74 and 75. I'm gonna get those funded and then just keep adding more evals and get as many funded accounts stacked up as possible and just see what I can do with this copy trading and just see how big I can scale this. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, and let's see what the price action does. Okay, so I'm waiting for bar 9 to close, and I should get a trade set up there.
The order filled.
There we go. Got the fill on that, so now just got to see how many points we can get. Right now it's just going for about a half an ATR. I'm up about 5.7 points. I might take it off at 10 to 15. It's usually what I try to go for. Try to get a fill at least 10, maybe 15. Sometimes it'll spike up and just take the target out. That's ideal, but it doesn't happen every single time. Gotta be careful here.
Filled.
Alright, that was about an 11-point winner, and I took that trade because we've got some consecutive bull bars here. Bar 9 was strong, and if you look at the 15-minute bar, strong 15-minute bar that closed outside the range here that we were stuck in. So a strong close outside of that range usually gets a second push, and we may pop back into that range, but that was a good setup and I got about 11 points out of it. So today I'm up about $289 so far with two little quick scalps. Subscribe for more content. Shit, that's a trade too. Damn it. Nice.
Filled.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna just call it a day right here. I've been just kind of sitting and waiting to see what price was gonna do. We're obviously just kind of stuck in this range. Now, based on the 5-minute chart, you think we could possibly break to the upside and continue up. It's possible, but when you look at this 15-minute chart, this sideways consolidation here, this could mean we get another push up, or this could mean we stay in this tight range and then we drop back down and just stay range bound right around this 20 EMA on the 15-minute chart. Like I said earlier, we don't have any red news events that I know of today or the rest of the week. So I think we have some kind of unemployment and PMI stuff tomorrow and consumer sentiment Friday, but I don't think those are red news events. So we could just kind of be range bound the rest of the week. There might be a couple of trades here and there, but we just got to wait and see what price does. It still looks really bullish on the daily. We kind of had some hesitation here for a couple of days. Now we're making a new high. That's good to see, but how long will we go sideways before that continues? That 4-hour bar looks good. So really the upside looks good on these higher time frames, but just for today's price action, based on that 15, it looks like we might be range bound. And then we have to see if that 15-minute sideways action ends up carrying over to the 1-hour, 4-hour, and daily or not. So it's just a matter of, you got to wait and see, be patient, only take these good setups. I got 3 good trades today. Just kind of a quick review on why I took these. This one, this green box here, this is where I entered. This was actually a trade that was taken by my trading bot. I've got it programmed to enter on certain criteria, and I think trade 11, or trade 2 on bar 10 and 11, close of 10, open of 11. That was also traded by the bot, if I'm not mistaken. So, we had these consecutive bull bars. We broke this high from bar 1, and then the 15-minute candle was looking good. So I let that trade go and made a good profit, and then we had another strong close. I actually took that one manually, because when I closed this one, the bot, I closed it a little bit early, so the bot, it got disengaged, and then I happened to see this close, and then I waited for price to dip just a little bit, so I caught it towards the bottom of that wick on 11, and then I also got a good profit on that one. We kind of topped out, went sideways, and usually if we see really strong momentum like you see here on the 15 and the higher time frames, and if we start getting a little bit of a pullback, you can look at the 5-minute, and when we start, that's why I have this blue box here, when you start getting closer to that 20-minute, or the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart, once you start getting close to that, as long as these higher time frames look good and strong, then it's a pretty safe bet with a high probability that you can catch a long scalp off of that 20 or off of that area that's close to the 20. So that's why I mark these boxes here, just because if we get down in that area, I take that as an opportunity to get long. Because even if we end up going sideways in a channel like we are now, most of the time we're at least going to push back up towards these highs from, like, say, bar 14, 15. And we could break out and go higher, but I'm not going to just bet on that when I can get out for 10 or 15 points with a quick scalp, very low risk. You have a stop loss down here below bar 10's low, or maybe even bar 9's low. And it's a pretty safe bet, high probability trade. So I take a lot of those. So it's usually just these momentum continuation scalps, 10 points, 15 points. If ATR is pretty high, sometimes I'll go for a half ATR. So sometimes I'll get 20 or 30 points, but I play it pretty safe and try to get my money locked in quick. So the momentum scalps, and then these little bounce off the 20 EMA scalps. So those are my main two strategies that I've been using. And as you can see, this top eval account is at 52,600. It's pretty close to being funded. And then the other one, it's still brand new. I've only traded it a couple of days. So it's already up to 50,700. So that one will be funded hopefully in a week or so. And I'm just going to keep stacking these evals, keep making these videos to try to help people. Because I know a lot of you have been looking through YouTube for a couple of years trying to find somebody that knows what they're doing to follow along with. You know, somebody sounds like they know what they're talking about. You follow along for a year and you get nowhere. You don't pass any of these evals. You don't make any profits. So I'm here to show you what really works, because I've already filtered through all the people on YouTube, and I'll tell you this. If they're trading live, like I'm recording this live, but then I'm posting it. But if these people are trading live right in front of you, and they're not showing their accounts, whether it's evals or funded, all you see is the little P&L, you can't trust these people, because a lot of these people are just faking this stuff so that you buy prop firm accounts through their affiliate links, and they're making bank off of that. Most of those people, I actually haven't found a single one yet. Now that I know what I'm doing and I'm actually profitable, I haven't found a single person on YouTube that trades live that actually knows what the heck they're doing. And me being in this for several years now and actually know what I'm doing, being profitable, I go back and look at these people's videos once in a while, and now it's obvious that they don't know what they're doing, but it sounds like they do. And then they're making these affiliate, they're making this money off of affiliate links like crazy. And since they're not teaching you how to trade, you have to go through tons of evaluation accounts over and over and over, and they're getting rich off of these people that can't trade because they're not teaching them how to trade, because they don't know how to trade. So my goal is to reach the people that are actually going to put in the work and become disciplined enough to do this and make it work. I'm just trying to shorten that time frame, because there's people, like some of the people that I've actually learned from that actually know what they're doing, that have books and that started doing this stuff in the 80s or 90s. Some of those people went through this stuff for 10 years before they figured out what was real and what was really going to work and be profitable, because even back then they had these scammers. It wasn't on YouTube, but they had these people putting ads in newspapers, selling these courses, guaranteeing you're going to make money in the stock market. And some of these people spent 10 years of their life figuring it out before they finally figured out a strategy that works. And if you just depend on these people that are selling you courses and trading live, but they're not showing their actual accounts, what type of accounts they are, all they're showing is a little P&L box, and they're not really going into detail on why they're entering and exiting, and then they're basically scamming you. You can count on it. So I hope you found some value in this video. I've got several other ones I've been posting, and I've been posting some short videos with just quick tips. If you got any questions, just leave me a comment. I also have a Discord started up. There's only a few people in it so far, and that's mainly for just asking questions one-on-one, specific questions. You can post pictures in there, mark your charts, ask me questions about it, what you did right, what you did wrong, what I think about a particular stock or ETF or anything. You can ask anything in there, and while that Discord is still just new, starting out, I can answer a lot of questions one-on-one very specifically, whereas a year from now, when that Discord is just blowing up and it's got hundreds of people in it, it might be more difficult for me to answer everybody's questions one-on-one. I'll just have to answer general questions, try to answer a question that covers stuff for the majority of the people. But right now would be the time to enter. It's super cheap. I think I've got it set for just a few dollars. So There's a lot of value in there. It's worth it. I want the people who are serious to get in there. The people that's already been through the crap on YouTube and haven't made it anywhere yet, because those people are obviously scammers. So I want people that are serious in there, that are actually gonna learn, not just depend on me to say, okay, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, because you don't learn anything that way. But I've got a pretty simple strategy, as simple as trading can be. Trading is very complicated. It requires a lot of discipline, self-control, patience. But the way I trade is so far the simplest way I've ever seen anybody trade. And just like everything else, simple is usually better. So, you can see my charts are pretty much plain. My ATR, my EMA, a couple of lines, a few boxes. I got my bars numbered. It tells you the range of each bar. And these are all custom indicators I made so that my ATR shows up here real big, so I don't have to look down here in a corner somewhere. I don't have to look at some band at the bottom. And I marked my range here for every bar. That's an indicator I made. The numbers on the bottom of the bars, so that you know how far into the session you are. That's a custom indicator I made. If you want those, if you join the Discord, then I'll give you a good deal on these indicators too. It took me a long time to figure out the strategy I wanted to follow and what indicators I needed to make that strategy even easier. So I generated the codes and kind of tweaked those over and over until they were just right. And now I have these few indicators that I made, and they really help me out. It makes me it allows me to trade without thinking about as much. I can analyze the setup super fast to decide whether I need to take it or not. So if you're interested, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. You follow the link that's in the description. It's in the description of the YouTube channel, the main page. So go through there, join, start learning today. And keep in mind that everything you learn about day trading on this 5-minute chart, if you decide to trade with my strategy, this also makes you way better at longer term investing and swing trading, because you learn how to read all these candlesticks. You learn price action. Price action is king. I don't care what anybody says. Anything that goes into the news that affects the stock markets, price action absorbs that super fast. Everything gets priced in super fast. So when you learn to read the price action, you're learning to tell how to read everything in the world that could affect the stock market. It's in there right then and there. It's priced in, and you can see warning signs on when to exit positions long term, when to add to positions for long term. It allows you to trade on any time frame, because every time frame is fractal. So all these patterns repeat on every time frame. If you don't have time to day trade in the mornings like I do on a 5-minute time frame, you can trade the 4 hour, the 1 day, the 1 week. It's all the same. This strategy works for all of them. It's just, how do you want to trade to work around your schedule? That's the thing. So think about it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll make another video hopefully tomorrow, and I might do a couple of updates on crypto. Bitcoin's pumping right now. It's almost at 80,000 again. The stock market, keep the QQQs, all new all-time highs once again. So as of right now, the markets are looking strong. So I'll keep people updated on that. And that's it for today. Until next time, peace out.